So today we will be taking up for discussion another essay which is quite important for you, and this is uh, the importance of English as an international language. So this particular essay was actually it was set in the 2024 question paper. I found this there, and this is an important topic for you. In the previous class, that is on Saturday, we did the relevance of Shakespeare in the 21st century. Now, this is also an important topic. So let us look at this topic and how to write the essay. Now, we have to begin by giving an introduction to the essay. And here we can write like this. English has become the most widely used international language in the modern world. It serves as a common medium of communication among people from different countries, cultures, and linguistic backgrounds. So, it is obviously a known fact that English is a very important international language in the modern world. So, if people from different countries, they speak in different languages, if they have to meet and talk, then they obviously have to talk in English. In an age of globalization, technological advancement, and international cooperation, English plays a vital role in connecting individuals and nations. So it is a kind of a connecting language, whether in education, business, science, technology, diplomacy, tourism, or entertainment. English has established itself as a language of global interaction. So all these areas, you can see it has assumed so much importance. Its widespread use has made it an indispensable tool for personal, professional, and national development. The rise of English as an international language can be traced to historical and political factors. During the 19th and early 20th centuries, the expansion of the British Empire spread the English language across many parts of the world. So, obviously, the great and mighty British Empire, there were so many colonies. Our country was, of course, a part of that empire. And we were introduced to the English language, because of the English, the British who came here and they ruled over us. So they introduced the English language as they did. They introduced it here as they did in the other parts of the world where they had, which they had conquered. Later, the emergence of the United States as a global economic, political, and technological power further strengthened the position of English. So later on, of course, the USA, its development, its emergence, because people there, of course, the language is English, though in some parts French is also spoken, but mainly it is English. As a result, English became the primary language of international trade, diplomacy, and scientific communication. Today, it is spoken either as a first language, second language, or foreign language by billions of people worldwide. So, in three capacities. First language meaning people whose mother tongue is English. Second language, like us, people who have learned English later on in schools. It's not our mother tongue or foreign language. English is a foreign language. So it is taught as a foreign language, as a second language. Now, when you go to, semester 3, in ACC 3 paper, you will have ELT, uh, English language teaching. So there you will find in that paper, there would be all these things, ESL, EFL, English as second language, English as foreign language. So we'll uh, do all those things later on. Now, so this is the first paragraph. Now, second paragraph would be like this. One of the most significant reasons for the importance of English is its role in global communication. So, communication is very important. People from different countries often use English as a common language when they do not share the same native tongue. So, a person who is a Frenchman, now he knows English. Now, he is going to talk with a German, for example, or a person who is from the Netherlands, a Dutch person. So they do not know each other's language, but they all know English. So it is taught in their countries as second language. So they will talk in English. So it is same for us also. For example, a business person from Japan may communicate with a client from Brazil in English. Similarly, students from various nations studying in an international university often use English to interact with one another. So there are many foreign students who are studying in, you know, universities here in our country, as also uh, Indian students go abroad to study. So how can they communicate? They will communicate in English. In this way, English acts as a bridge that helps people overcome linguistic barriers and promotes understanding among different cultures. So it is a bridge. So this is the introduction. Now we have to move into the body of the essay. Next, we have to write English is also the dominant language of education and academic research. Many of the world's leading universities use English as the medium of instruction. Students who wish to pursue higher education abroad often need proficiency in English to gain admission and succeed in their studies. So, there are certain tests uh, where the English speaking ability or the writing ability, that is tested. The students have to sit for those exams if they want to go abroad. Furthermore, a large proportion of academic journals, research papers, textbooks, and scholarly publications are written in English. So all these things are very much, they have to be written in English. Otherwise, uh, they cannot be circulated. People from all over the world, maybe an international journal, an article is published there only in English. So people from other countries uh, will be able to get access to that online. Researchers and scholars from different countries rely on English to share their findings and collaborate on international projects. So, this is, of course, one thing that shows the importance of English. Therefore, knowledge of English provides access to a vast amount of information and educational opportunities. So, in the academic and research field. Now let us move on to another aspect. The importance of English in science and technology cannot be overstated. Most scientific discoveries, technological innovations, and research developments are communicated through English. International conferences, seminars, and workshops frequently use English as the official language. So, a science convention on an important topic, maybe in physics, chemistry, biochemistry, anything, it is held in English so that people from different countries can gather and they can express their thoughts, exchange their thoughts. Uh, Scientists from different parts of the world use English to exchange ideas, publish research, and contribute to the advancement of knowledge. In the field of technology, English dominates computer programming, software development, and digital communication. Many programming languages and technical manuals are based on English terminology. As a result, proficiency in English is often essential for individuals pursuing careers in science, engineering, and information technology. So all these fields, they necessitate the use of English. Another major area where English plays a crucial role is international business and commerce. So after academic research and science, we come to commerce. In the globalized economy, companies frequently engage in trade and partnerships across national borders. English serves as the common language for negotiations, contracts, meetings, and business correspondence. So we know how uh, foreign ministers from different countries they go and they hold meetings, they participate in business transactions. But that is also obviously done in English. Multinational corporations often require employees to possess strong English communication skills. So the MNCs, multinational corporations, uh, we have such corporations here, such offices where many people work, but they have to be proficient in English because they have to talk in English with the foreign clients. Knowledge of English enhances employment opportunities and increases competitiveness in the job market. So the job market, it is ruled by this, the fact that you have to be a good English speaker and writer. There is so much competition. Now, professionals who can communicate effectively in English are better equipped to work in international environments and interact with clients and colleagues from different countries. So, obviously, that is an advantage, knowing good English. English is equally important in the field of diplomacy and international relations. Many international organizations use English as one of their official working languages. So it is the one of the primary languages. For example, institutions such as the United Nations, the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund, which is called IMF in short, rely heavily on English for communication and documentation. Diplomats, government officials, and international representatives often use English during negotiations, conferences, and discussions. The language facilitates cooperation among nations and helps address global challenges such as climate change, public health crisis, and economic development. So many topics are there. Uh, so that people from different countries will come together, they will discuss about the dangers, that is climate change, global challenges. So all these things are there, and English plays a vital role here. Now we move on to the influence of English. It is also evident in the world of media and entertainment. So each particular area is discussed. A significant portion of global television programs, films, music, books, and online content is produced in English. So you'll find all these things being produced in the English language. International audiences consume English language media on a daily basis. Popular movies, television series, and songs often reach worldwide audiences because of the widespread understanding of English. So, different bands for pop bands like that, uh, they, though their native language is not English, they sing in the English language. For example, you must have heard about uh, this particular Korean band called BTS. So, which is a band formed by some South Korean youths, and there are also other bands. Now, there were other bands. I'm talking about the songs, but of course, um, they why are they singing in English? Because they want to reach a larger audience. If they sang in Korean, obviously they would be confined to South Korea and maybe North Korea. I do not know whether North Korea permits all these, uh, being a communist country, but it has certain social restrictions. Still, that is why they had adopted English. So media also, the films, uh, even directors who are not Englishmen or English women, they make films in English. So obviously, television programs are there. Popular movies, television series, and songs. So they reach worldwide audience. The internet, which has become an essential source of information and communication, contains a large amount of content in English. Social media platforms, websites, blogs, and online learning resources frequently use English as their primary language. So social media platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, now, YouTube, Instagram, all these things are there. So they are mainly, obviously, based on the English language. Consequently, online learning resources. Of course, you have to go to such if you want to gather uh, certain material on a particular text, say, uh, for example, on the history of English poetry, Victorian poetry, then you can supplement your reading by looking at the internet source from the internet that is written in English. Consequently, English enables people to access global culture and information more easily. Tourism and travel provide another example of the practical importance of English. Travelers visiting foreign countries often rely on English to communicate with hotel staff, airport personnel, tour guides, and local residents. So, English is very much in vogue here. It is used. In many tourist destinations, English is used as a common language to assist international visitors. Knowledge of English makes travel more convenient and enjoyable by helping people navigate unfamiliar environments and interact with individuals from diverse backgrounds. It promotes cultural exchange and encourages greater understanding among people from different nations. English also contributes significantly to personal growth and self development. Learning English opens doors to new experiences, ideas, and perspectives. So, obviously, your own personal development is possible. It enables individuals to read international literature, access educational resources, and participate in global discussions. So, you can read the vast quantity of literature written in English and educational resources we have talked about. And you can participate in global discussions, seminars, which are being held. English proficiency often boosts confidence and communication skills. It allows people to build friendships and professional networks across national boundaries. So, you can become friends with other people of your age by making friends through communicating through English. So you are transcending the national boundaries. Foreigners who know English, and so do you. So you talk to them. Even you can talk with other people from other states whose language is mother tongue is not Bengali, so they would not know Bengali, and you not be knowing Tamil, for instance. So you can talk to each other through English. In a world that is increasingly interconnected, the ability to communicate in English empowers individuals to engage more effectively with the global community. So it is a global language. That is the importance. You can see how important it has become in the modern era. For developing countries like us, English can play a crucial role in economic and social advancement. Access to English education can improve employment prospects and facilitate participation in the global economy. Many international companies invest in countries where the workforce possesses English language skills. So they prefer such countries. Furthermore, English proficiency can help countries attract foreign investment, tourism, and educational partnerships. As a result, governments often promote English language education as part of their development strategies. So this is important in case of economic and social advancement. Despite its many advantages, the dominance of English has also generated certain concerns. Some critics argue that the widespread use of English may threaten linguistic diversity and contribute to the decline of local languages. So often it is argued that English is dominating the other languages, the Indian languages. Local languages, they are dying out, the dialects. As English becomes more influential, smaller languages may lose speakers and cultural significance. Language is closely connected to identity, heritage and tradition. So language gives you your identity. The fact that we speak in Bengali obviously gives us an identity. A person who speaks in Oriya gives him or her that kind of an identity. A Frenchman or woman who speaks in French gets that identity. So obviously the cultural heritage, linguistic heritage is also there, and a tradition is maintained. Therefore, it is important to promote multilingualism and preserve indigenous languages while recognizing the practical values of English. So, our country, it is full of so many languages. Each state has its different language almost. So, it is a country. Our India is a multilingual country, other not like other countries. So we have to preserve that heritage, and no language should dominate any other language. Also, the indigenous language, the tribal languages, Santali, for example, the language of the northeastern people, they also have their languages. There are so many tribes in Northeast India. They have their own languages. Now, we have to look into that. There is a practical value of English that cannot be denied, but other languages should not be neglected. Learning English should not require abandoning one's native language or cultural identity. So, in order to learn English, you should not forget your own mother tongue or other Indian languages if you know any language. So, one's cultural identity remains, it should remain. Instead, individuals can benefit from being bilingual or multilingual. So, a person who speaks more than one language. Most of us can speak in three languages: Bengali, Hindi, and English. So, we are trilingual in that sense, multilingual, you can say. Now, there are some people who are very learned, they have learned so many languages. They can speak in more than maybe in 5 to 6 languages. So that is an advantage. Maintaining their linguistic heritage while also acquiring global communication skills. So, a person who knows French, apart from English, English is a major European language, obviously. French is also an important language. So, if he goes to France, he will be able to speak in French. Another concern is the unequal access to English education. So this is very important in the, the small towns or in the villages. The children, they do not have access to English education at the higher level, perhaps, and not also in the primary level. In many parts of the world, quality English language instruction may be limited or expensive. So even in other countries, for example, in the African countries, uh, quality English education is not available. This can create disparities in educational and employment opportunities. So when they grow up, the children who know English, who have been fortunate enough, they can get good jobs. Employment opportunities are there for them. But uh, children who are not, who did not receive that kind of, high level of English education, they would suffer. Governments and educational institutions should work to ensure that English learning resources are accessible to all sections of society. So, English should be made accessible, English learning, that is. By providing equitable access to language education, countries can help individuals take advantage of the opportunities that English offers. So, the equitable access to language education, you know. So it should be equally distributed. An area where children do not get any good education in English language, that should not be there. So it should be a kind of an equal share. The future importance of English, now let us look at the future importance, appears likely to continue. Advances in technology and globalization have further strengthened its position as a global language, and it is increasing. International collaboration in science, business, education, and culture increasingly depends on effective communication. So, in every field, wherever you look, in science, business transactions, educational field, cultural field, English is always needed. While translation technologies have improved significantly, human proficiency in English remains highly valuable. So, translations are done, but English, knowing English, that is something else. The ability to communicate directly and accurately in English allows for deeper understanding, stronger relationships, and more meaningful participation in global activities. So, that is always an added advantage. Moreover, English has evolved into a truly international language rather than belonging exclusively to any one nation. Today, many non native speakers use English in their daily lives, adapting it to local contexts and cultural needs. So, you can see this in the mainly in the younger generation. Uh, the English medium school. So people who go to English medium schools, they often talk in English among themselves. They do not talk in Bengali or in other uh, their mother tongues. So it is a kind of it has become a kind of Indian language. They have adapted it. Different varieties of English have emerged around the world, reflecting the diversity of its users. So different types of English. In England, English is spoken in different ways in different parts of England. In America, American English is another different language altogether. The accent is different. The spellings often are different of different words. In Africa, it is spoken by the African people in different countries in various ways. So it is and in the Asian countries, of course, it has a different way of pronunciation and study. So we can say here that the diversity of its users, that is important. This flexibility has contributed to its global success and acceptance. So the acceptance of English as a global language. English functions not only as a means of communication but also as a tool for international cooperation and cultural exchange. So we have seen this. Lastly, in order to conclude the essay, we can uh, sum up like this. In conclusion, English occupies a unique position as the leading international language of the modern world. It facilitates communication across linguistic and cultural boundaries, supports education and research, promotes business and economic growth, and enables participation in global affairs. So, whatever we have discussed in the previous paragraphs, we have to sum up. Its importance extends to science, technology, diplomacy, tourism, media, personal development. So, in different fields, it is very much present. Although concerns about linguistic diversity and educational inequality should be addressed, the benefits of English as a global language are undeniable. So you cannot deny the importance of English. It is becoming more and more important as days pass by. In an increasingly interconnected world, proficiency in English provides individuals and nations with valuable opportunities for learning. So learning opportunities are there. If you know English fairly well, you can uh, get fairly good jobs, try for jobs at least. Uh, Collaboration and progress. Therefore, English continues to serve as a powerful instrument for fostering international understanding and connecting people across the globe. So we can end in this way. How English has emerged as an international language, its importance. It is a language which is serving as an instrument, a very potent and powerful instrument and it is fostering international understanding and connecting people across the globe. So, this is the importance of English as we have discussed here. And uh, if you get this topic for your essay, if you find that you, though I don't know whether it would be set, but it is an important topic, as I told you at the beginning. So we have to construct our essay like this. So with that, I have stopped sharing the essay, but we have done two essays till now. The relevance of Shakespeare in the 21st century and the importance of English as an international language.